HarperCollins presents Calling Una Marson by June Sarpong and Jennifer Obidike, read by June Sarpong. To Una, may your achievements, contributions, and sacrifices never be forgotten. Forward, a name we should all know. On October 19th, 2019, I became the BBC's first ever Director of Creative Diversity. After much media attention surrounding my appointment, the time had come for the real work to begin. A task that felt both daunting and exciting in equal measures. But the question was, where to start? As is often the case with big questions, I decided to start at the beginning. The Ghanaian Adinkra symbol of Sankofa and its associated proverb, which translates into, "It is not wrong to go back for that which you have forgotten," suggests that it is difficult to fully understand the present and change the future without examining the past first. With this in mind, I commissioned Robert Sita, the BBC's in-house historian, to piece together a timeline of the BBC's diverse history. His immediate response was, well, we have to start with Una. Una who? I replied, unable to hide my shock at not knowing who he was referring to. How, as a Black British broadcaster, had I never heard of Una Marson, the first Black woman to have her own show on the BBC, and the first Black woman to appear on British television? From that day onwards, I became obsessed with Una Marson's story, and even more importantly, her legacy, the impact it had had on so many female broadcasters of colour, particularly Black women. Many, myself included, were unaware of this brave, bold, and complex trailblazer who had paved the way for others like us. Una Marson was a journalist, poet, playwright, broadcaster, and activist. She had a pioneering influence on British broadcasting and played a pivotal role in bringing Caribbean culture to UK audiences. In 1938, she became the first Black woman employed by the BBC, and in 1941, she became the corporation's first Black female broadcaster. Throughout her life, Marson was a fierce political activist, fighting against racism and discrimination based on her gender and class. Una was a powerhouse, yet her story has never been given the due it deserves, both in England and her country of birth, Jamaica. Despite her illustrious career and significant achievements, her story has been, at best, forgotten and at worst, erased. As I eagerly combed through the BBC's somewhat limited archive on Una, I became increasingly intrigued. I wanted to know more about how she accomplished all she did, first in 1920s Jamaica and then in Britain a decade later. What were the key moments that shaped her life? Who were the people who raised her? Where did her indomitable self-determination come from? A determination that sadly overwhelmed even a soul as seemingly unconquerable as hers. In my personal time, I tried to piece together the missing fragments of Una's life. Through this process, I discovered a lot, especially through Dr. Delia Jarrett's biography of Una, titled The Life of Una Marson. Each new revelation about this extraordinary woman amazed me. I struggled to reconcile the injustice of how her contributions to broadcasting and public life had been written out of history. I made a promise to myself and, in a way, to Una, that I would share her remarkable story with the nation and the world when the time was right. This book is the first step towards that goal. During her time at the BBC, Una's colleagues and close friends included George Orwell and T.S. Eliot, two men history has rightfully memorialized as some of the greatest storytellers of the 20th century. There is a powerful image in the BBC archives from
Sample complete. Ready to continue?